middle of the live stream.
Drop the taco. Get in the car.
Bree. No, we're talking about Abigail Disney today. Hello, everyone. I am still Mecha Random 42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube harpy criticizer of BS, consumer advocate. I need something that's like Mother of Dragons, that's not. Mother of Tacos? And all things wonderful?
Damn, we're smooth.
This is a little bit of a surreal stream today, because I don't know what the crap I'm on about. But that's okay. Abigail Disney criticizes 1.5 billion. That's with a B. Billion with a B in bonuses and dividends as company cuts pay. Here we go. Disney needs to go. And I'm sure somebody like Abigail Disney wouldn't mind me saying that. You know what? When we have millions and millions of people out of work, got laid off, got furloughed, everything, there is no excuse for these CEOs and executives and all these people to be getting any of this. There is no excuse at all, especially in the great toilet paper shortage of 2020.
I am Cornholio. I need TV for my bundle.
Mother of snark, mother of harpies. Ooh. Snark is good. I'm very snarky. I'm filled with snark. So much so it just oozes out of my jiggle cam, I think. Abigail Disney hits out at exclusive payouts while staff weather impact. Yeah. Here we go. An heir to the Walt Disney fortune has criticized the company for protecting executive bonuses and dividends for more than $1.5 billion with a B, while cutting the pay of more than 100,000 workers. Abigail Disney, an Emmy Award-winning filmmaker and granddaughter of the company's founder, Roy Disney, launched a Twitter tirade against the world's biggest entertainment group over its treatment of employees. All right, I gotta follow her on Twitter. Disney, who in the past criticized the lucrative pay packages of the executive chairman Bob Iger, said the $1.5 billion in typical dividend payouts would keep staff paid for months. That'd pay for 3 months' salary to frontline workers, she said, and it's going to people who have already been collecting egregious bonuses for years. Dividends aren't all bad, given the number of fixed income folks who rely on them, but 80% of shares are owned by the wealthiest 10%. Pay the people who make the magic happen with respect and dignity that they have more than earned from you. This company must do better. Yes. Can we reply? Why isn't she the CEO? Why are you not running things? Why the hell? They're so up the ass of fucking China that they gotta cut out people like Finn from their covers of posters, and they gotta cut out Kelly Marie Tran. They gotta cut out the giggity stuff with the two women kissing because they want to cater to China. But no. Oh, and they call us all a bunch of sexist and racist for not liking their movies. When at the same time, you have a woman you could have in power. You have a female, a strong female with opinions and respect and understands stuff. Even though she was born with a silver spoon in her mouth because she's Disney royalty, she still gives a crap about the people who work for her, unlike Ellen DeGeneres. And that's exactly what they cut out of Star Wars, to cater to China. So I'm tired of Disney as a company. Just still, they have all this, oh, you just don't like women. Who runs your company? Bob Iger. Who's the other one right below him? Bob Chapek. Two old white dudes. And if you really, really want to have some sort of change, they just don't want that. They don't want to change in anything. They don't want to change in anything that's going to hurt their pocketbook, their bottom line. She's got a whole thread here. I've been holding my tongue on a theory that this time is no time to be calling people out on anything other than failing us in a public health sense. I also thought it might be a moment for peace and reconciliation, but I feel a thread coming on. All right. So she has a whole thread here. They stopped paying 100,000 workers, roughly half of its workforce, even as it protects executive bonuses. Yeah. Seriously, pay your people first. And this is the same shit that's going on in the real world too. They're still catering to the top the top little 1%. They're still catering to us. And this is as political as I get on the channel because it kind of falls under consumer advocacy stuff. It is when these companies come in and treat the customers like we're garbage, and they still have the nerve to say we're not doing enough for them. Oh, well, you're just not a good enough fan. You're just not good enough for us because you criticize something. Yeah, Abigail Disney is the rightful owner of Disney Co. Screw Bob Iger and Bob Chapek. Cast her as Leia. Yep, I agree, Osmosis says. All I care about is Star Wars toys sell. And the Star Wars toys aren't selling. I did a video on that last night. We've all done videos on that. Top Disney executives have made salary sacrifices to better enable the company to weather the extraordinary business challenges. Iger gave up the remainder of a $3 million salary for the year. Meanwhile, Bob Chapek, who recently replaced Iger as CEO, will forego half of his $2.5 base salary. Salary is a drop in the bucket to these guys. The real payday is the rest of the package. This is what I keep saying. This is what I said in my video, that they're probably still getting a big fat bonus, and this confirms it. The company has protected those lucrative incentive schemes. Iger earned a total of $65 million in 2018 and $47 million last year. His latest package is more than 900 times that of a median Disney worker's earnings, which stands at about $52,000. And I guarantee you those people who work at the parks are not making that. They're probably making closer to $15,000 or less than that. I guarantee you, because what's minimum wage? What's minimum wage where you're at? Because it varies, but I can tell you that no employee at Disney is making more than $15 an hour probably, because I didn't remember retail. Retail was making $11.50, I want to say $11.75 by the time I left after being there 11 years. It might not have even been $11.75. It might have been $10.75. This was 5 years ago. So you're not making $52,000 a year on that kind of money. You're probably not getting full time. You're probably getting part time, because there's usually, especially with sort of retail especially with hourly, you've got to consider all right, well, if we keep them under a certain amount of hours, then we don't have to give them health care and pay for it. That's how they do it. So you have people working 2 and 3 jobs part-time just to survive, because there is no such thing as full-time. There is no such thing as getting health care if you're not working full-time. Seriously, what the crap? I love you with my heart, as well as my pecker jump speed says. Chapek, this is why I get upset about Star Trek. Like, give me my money back. I don't have the kind of money just to throw away on every little thing. Chapek could potentially receive an annual bonus, if not less than 300% of salary, in addition to a long-term incentive award of not less than $15 million. I don't have a role with the company, Disney tweeted. I'm just a citizen who cares, but I am an heir, and I do carry this name with me everywhere. And I have a conscience, which makes it very difficult for me to sit by when I see abuses taking place with that name attached to them. And this is probably the same thing. This is what I always think about with Ghostbusters as well, where you've got the people who have the legacy, and they see something like Ghostbusters 2016 that really was the big catalyst, was the big thing that brought all of this, oh, you're just a toxic fan, you're just a white dude, you just don't like women, you're a misogynist, into our vernacular, into our pop culture lexicon of reasons why people don't like movies. And to have your name attached to that, to be like a Dan Aykroyd, or to be Ivan Reitman or Jason Reitman, it's gotta hurt. It's gotta hurt to see the Ghostbusters thing. It's gotta hurt Abigail Disney to see people like me going out there saying F Disney and their big fat paychecks, because she actually gives a crap, and of course she's not running the company. Suspending the pay of nearly half its workforce, Disney will save up to $500 million a month across its theme parks and hotels, which have been shut in Europe, the US and Asia, and in US and Asia for weeks. The decision means that the Disney staff are reliant on benefits in the country where they work. What do you guys think? Because this really, really pisses me off about this stuff. Anytime I see any of this, and I see this in Disney, and I see this in retail, and I see this in the rest of the world, how everybody's just getting fucked over, and the rich are getting richer, and I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of it. Why is it the heir to Disney knows about how to run the company better than the board? Because it's her legacy. It's her legacy. And this is the type of thing that I always stress whenever I see this massive inequality. Don't insult us when you're the problem, and not her, but people like the Bob Igers and the Kathleen Kennedys out there that go around blaming the fans for complaining about movies, right? You're not entitled to our money, and you can't even pay the people who work for you. You can't even give the people who work for you a reasonable wage. Why the hell should we support your asses? What benefits? I know, yeah, what benefits? That's the thing. What benefits do people have? What, like, I was working in Macy's. I had 2 weeks off a year, give or take, maybe 3 by the time I had earned it. I'd love to be a fly on the wall when Abigail talks to Iger and Chapek. I don't know if they let her in the room. So yeah, when you guys watch the video clip back, tell me what you think in the comment section below. I'm going to go back to my live stream and see what they say. I'll probably trim the rant down a little bit smaller than what it was.